Hey guys, so for this video I'll be talking about 여자친구 Gfriend's second mini album Flower Bud. This was released last year. I also ordered this last year and it got lost. Made me really upset, but you know, I finally have it in my hands, and I'll be unboxing it and talking a little bit more about it and how this really changed my Gfriend, my like views regarding Gfriend. Okay. Oh, and before I start, if you were curious how big this album is, I'll compare it to a jewel case. So here's how big it is. Here's what the back looks like. It has the track list, an intro, Flower Bud, the second track, which is the lead single, 오늘부터 우리는, also known as Me Gustas. Then the second track, well, I can't really read it because it's kind of like 하늘 어디서? I can't really read it that well. The fourth track, One, fifth track, My Buddy, and the sixth track, which is an instrumental of 오늘부터 우리는, from today, both of us, if you translate it like that. Oh, and this is the Photocard I got. So if you were curious who I got Yeti. Obviously, you know, if you are familiar with my channel, like, I adore Yuju, so I always want to get Yuju, but yes. So here's this really gorgeous shot of Yeti. These pictures are just so clear, and you know, they're not trying hard to be like anything they're not. They're just very summery. I don't know, looking back at this photo book and listening to this album, really, it's kind of nostalgic, even though it's not a very old song. But listening to this just reminds me like this, because last year I started university, so I would listen to this song during the summer. And here's a gorgeous shot of Yuju, Shinbi. So every time I listen to Me Gustas, it just reminds me of basically my first semester in college. She has a really theatrical voice. This is probably like my second favorite packaging for Gfriend. I would say their first full-length album, then this, then Snowflake, and then last would be the first mini album. But in general, they released decent packaging, but this one's just really good. A lot of pictures. And I also like that, like, their hair is just, like, not blonde or crazy colors. Of course, I want them to, like, eventually change their hair colors, but they're just so young. So I really like that they're keeping everything so age appropriate, and, you know, really fitting to their age. They're not trying hard at all to be like sexy and stuff like that. So here's what the disc looks like. Okay, so not to really talking about how this album really changed my outlook on Gfriend. So when Gfriend first debuted, I wasn't really interested in them. I really enjoyed Glassbeat, but you know, the well, not, I wouldn't say scandal, the controversy behind the song of sounding similar to SNSD Into the New World, and obviously I'm like a huge So On, so you know, I was like, it did sound a little bit similar, and the choreography was pretty similar as well, but I wouldn't say it sounded exactly the same. It had the same intent, which was just young girls singing a song that's positive. Yeah, so that's just about it. The only similarities as you can really see, other than like the dance and like the overall sound, I wouldn't say it's like completely copied. But you know, I was a little bit on the fence, because I was like, okay, they're taking influence and, you know, kind of giving an homage to SNSD debut, which was flawless. It's just probably like, it's one of my favorite K-pop songs, and I think it's my favorite SNSD song. Into the New World is my favorite SNSD song. It is probably like one of the most, if not the perfect debut song for a girl group. It just embodies like what K-pop is all about. It just, and the message is really pretty. They sounded great. It's just, and I think it's probably SNSD most difficult choreography, because you know, they practiced for that for a year. Well, everyone who's a So On probably knows like the whole story with Into the New World. So I kind of waited to see what they would come out next. I really enjoyed Glassbeat. The album was good too, but I didn't buy it because I wasn't sure if they were going to last. That was like my what was in like my mind at first. You know, I was just kind of waiting. So when they announced there were this mini album, you know, I was like, oh, okay. And then they released the teaser video, and from that teaser video, I knew this was going to be my favorite second song of the year, because my favorite song of last year was Love Mash by MC Mong and Chancellor. But the moment I heard like You Do and the chorus, I was just in. And I was like, okay, if they continue making songs like this, I am going to become a fan of them. And, you know, it eventually did happen, because when this song eventually blew up, I started listening to it even more. And as a title track, it's just, I can't get tired of it. You Do gives that edge to Gfriend that a lot of rookie girl groups don't have sometimes. And the fact that they've like taken the pure cute concept and making it their own, because they have powerful choreography and powerful songs. It's not like cutie type of songs. Like what would be a good example of a cutie like bubblegum pop song? Like I can't really think of it. I guess like Red Velvet's Happiness. Like that's a very like, that song is really kind of like all over the place. But I like it, but it's kind of all over the place. And Gfriend just took that cute concept and made it their own. I don't even know how to describe it, because it's just totally my style, and I think it just fits them so well. And I'm glad they found a producer that just gives them what they need to continue to improve. And then, you know, with Me Gustas 2 and this mini album, I was just hooked in. I bought this last year, and it got lost in the mail. Like, I lost like about 12 albums in the mail last year. Thank God I didn't lose, I don't think, any this year. And I'm just glad that I finally have this. And after Kara's like now hiatus, because I don't think they disbanded, because they keep saying they're not. And you know, I always have the faith, like I love Kara, so I'm never going to be like, oh, Kara disbanded. I'm like, Kara's taking a break right now, doing their thing. You know, I'm waiting when they're ready. And every year I looked forward to a Kara song. And when like Gfriend like came along, I feel like it gave me another reason to like keep listening to K-pop, because as of right now, like there's a lot of groups that are on the verge of just disbanding or some members leaving. And you know, I grew up with a lot of these groups, and I listened to their songs, watched their music video, watched their shows. I was back then when like I used to watch a lot of variety shows, like Hello Baby with like SNSD, Shiny, M Black, like all those shows. And I had more time to really you know, get into K-pop and experience it. And you know, it made me like really happy, and it made me discover a lot of groups. And back then, like there was not a lot of K-pop fans like right now, so it's very, really different right now. So after Kara announcing that they're taking that break, and just having this like new girl group that I can look forward to every year, aside from like SNSD, which are not even releasing that much music anymore, which is another reason why I'm like kind of going through like a little like nostalgic phase in K-pop, and a little bit sad sometimes when like some groups like just don't release any music at all, or we don't know what's going to happen. So they kind of restore that hope and that interest for me to like continue like like listening to K-pop, like keeping up with the news regarding other groups, maybe like listening to other groups. And you know, they do a lot of collaborations as well. Like Yuju did one with like somebody from Uptension like earlier this year. Unha has done like 3 collaborations or 2. She's doing one this month, like, and then Amji released her solo track for an OST. So you know, they just have like done so much for me in like less than a year. Like I wasn't expecting to get into like another girl group like as much as I have gotten into like SNSD, Kara, like Brown Eyed Girls, Tiara, like those older girl groups. I haven't gotten into like any of the newer rookies. Like they just don't do much for me like the older groups have done in the past. And you know, Gfriend just came along and destroyed that little issue I had. And you know, I'm just looking forward for everything they release, and I want to support them as much as I can. And I'm really, really happy that they've gained a lot of success. And obviously what solidified me the most was just the release of Rough, 시간이 달려서, and every mini album they release is just great. The full length album they release is my favorite album of the year right now for girl groups. And you know, they just continue to impress me. They do like everything I want. Like I don't even know how they do it, but I'm really, really proud of them. I'm looking forward to see them grow. They're now expanding to Japan, so hopefully they get a lot of fans there. And, you know, please check out Gfriend, give them a chance. I know some people don't like the cute concepts, but I think that they have that edge that, you know, takes away from, like, that very generic sound. And, you know, it's the Gfriend sound. And I'm really happy that a group like this came in K-pop, because a lot of their songs are very, they sound a lot older, you know, like they sound a lot like older K-pop songs. So that's probably one of the reasons, or like not even older K-pop songs, just pop songs in general. And that's like one of the big reasons why I'm really into it, because that's the style I like the most. When it comes to like music and pop music, that's the style I like the most. And you know, that's why I eventually got into Gfriend. So if you stuck that by that long, now you know why I really love Gfriend and how I got into them. I probably wanna make a video doing like the trilogy, which is their first mini album, their second, and their third, and maybe include that LOL album. So make like a things I like, from favorite tracks, things I like from them, since I really have everything Gfriend right now. So this was one of the goals of the year, and I'm so happy that I was able to finally get this. So I'll see you guys on the next video, and I hope everyone has a great day.